So hello everyone. So today we are with one of the renowned artists, Professor Samindranath Majumdar, and he is currently a faculty at the Indian College of Arts and Draftmanship. He has been a faculty for the past 20 plus years, and it is a very nice inspiration for all the students out here. He has also done education in Ravindra Bharati University in Kolkata and has done a bachelor's degree as well as master's degree along with some of the research work. So we'll today be interacting with Professor and we'll try to get into his mind space with regards to artistic expression as well as how he go about with his paintings and his process. So hello sir.
Hi.
So, before just starting, just tell me about your time here in Shillong, and for the past, let's say, I think around 14th you came here, and
Yeah.
you have been like 6 to 7 days up till now. So, how has been your experience of Shillong right
Actually, it is. I didn't think about this. This been so much exciting, but it is actually very much exciting experience that I'm having over here. Mostly the workshop that is I'm doing with the students here. Not the students of IIM, but the students from different universities of art institutions. They have come here to participate in an art workshop. So we are doing painting. So they are doing painting. Me also after doing a work of mine. So it is a very enjoyable experience. It is a nice experience I'm having right now. Moreover, the teachers, the students, they're all very enthusiastic about it. Whoever is in 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 the thing already, I mean,
now? Yes.
attached with it in different capacities, they are always with us, excepting those few people, those who are coming to the cafeteria for having lunch or whatever. They also are getting interested into this whole program. Uh, not only that, I mean, even I have seen yesterday only um, the kids from IIM
Yes, yes.
faculties.
Yes, yes.
They are coming and working with the students
Okay.
over here. Even the teachers are working. So it is getting it's snowballing
Yeah,
slowly.
it's kind of a momentum right now.
Slowly snowballing, and which I find very intriguing.
Yes, I mean, even we have seen for the past 6 to 7 days, a lot of people have been interested towards doing the workshop and even interested in seeing the paintings and the process of all the artists that have come right now. So, I mean, it's a great experience out here. And yeah, so just again, just wanted to
Surely.
ask on the question of what is kind of your artistic style, and let's say we already know, but let's say for the viewers out there, what is your medium and what kind of the process that you have right now?
Look, I am basically an abstract painter, though my work doesn't look like completely abstract. So I um, paint in such a manner that it might look a bit realistic from far. But if you come closer, then you can see that these are nothing but some colors. There is no such house I have painted. There is no such thing as such I have painted. But the effect the work will give to you, to the viewers, is like apparently it looks like a realistic one. Today, what I'm doing recently. But before that, I used to paint a kind of much more abstract and based on landscape.
Okay, okay.
So my works could be considered as a abstract landscape.
Abstract landscape.
Abstract
Okay,
landscape,
okay.
yeah. And I prefer to use acrylic color, though I'm very much comfortable with mixed media and watercolor also in paper.
Okay, okay.
So for the canvases, I prefer to paint with acrylic. But very recently, I'm thinking of changing my medium to oil.
Okay. Oil
Which
painting.
oil
Yeah.
painting, which is a very which will be a very challenging thing for me. I understand, but still, I am here to take the challenges.
Oh, yes, yes.
I love to take challenge, and I love when some challenges is being offered from the canvas to me. That you know enthralls me. That make my engagement much more sincere and what should I say, much more
In the
stimulating.
process, yes.
Stimulating. So that is it. That is so far as medium is concerned, and I always felt that medium and method is very important thing for an artist, specifically who paints, because when you change your medium, no, so you change your medium and you change your method, the self that you are doing the work till date, and if you change the medium, all of a sudden, not whatever ways you might reach to that place point that you feel like changing the medium, then what happened? The self, the other self, which was not very uh, conspicuous to yourself, even to yourself, let apart the viewers, that comes out through the help of the medium. So medium is actually a very big catalyzing agent,
catalyzing.
which creates a kind of a journey of an artist to uh, different ways, one way to another. If you are like, for example, if you are painting in watercolor, if you are used to paint in watercolor, if you are a watercolor artist, and if you think one day that you should not do watercolor, you will do something mixed media, that is, you will use ink, charcoal, or anything with the watercolor. Then what happened? The whatever you are doing till date, it will be changed.
Yes, yes, yes.
Something new will come. How it happens, I have no such idea, but I have seen it. It always happens like this. I mean, not to me, to my students also.
Yes,
I've
yes.
seen that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it would be definitely be challenging for the oil painting, since that kind of painting takes a lot of time to dry
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I have heard that as well from
Very
other.
true. Very true.
Yeah.
Oil painting is a very time-taking method of painting. Moreover, we are in such a um, space, especially in Bengal, where the
Humidity is a lot more as
yeah,
compared to other
nature
places.
is very much humid.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that creates big
More
trouble.
challenges.
Big trouble for the material.
Yes.
Why? It not only it will dry late, but also it because oil doesn't dry the way watercolor dries. Oil doesn't dry the way an acrylic dry. Oil actually oxidize
Okay.
with the oxygen of the
And
nature. Yeah. So if it is humid, then what happens? The water thing, the water
yeah.
particles might get into it, and the fungal infection,
Okay, okay,
the
okay.
fungus
On the canvas.
can be there on the canvas. That is another problem, the big issue for the painter who deals with oil in, especially space like Bengal.
So yes, so let's just say coming on to the next question of
Uh,
um, how did you just develop your passion for art, and like what inspired you to take it professionally?
Okay, that's a long story, but to cut it in a short one,
Yes, yes.
let me tell you one thing very precisely, that I have studied botany. I have done my botany, I've done my BSc with botany honors, and then I felt that this is not the way, this is not my cup of tea. I must change my stream and I must paint. So it was a drastic decision for me, but I was actually uh, keeping it inside me that I must one day be a painter. So that was actually within me. Because of the fact there is another um, issue here that I must talk about. That my grand, what should I say? I'm the grand nephew of a very eminent artist. His name is Hemendranath Majumdar. The very famous artist, Hemen Majumdar, we call him. He's a very celebrated artist, even in his time, even today. I am from his family. I am his grandnephew. So that was another thing, you can call it a gene pool, or it might be possible that from very childhood that I was listening about his stories and all, and at times my father was a very big fan of his uncle, and he used to show some images, books, something like that, which where I can see the works of Majumdar, printed works,
Okay.
and those are actually for me big inspiration. I felt like wow, 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 how could a man do such thing? I mean, how is that possible to make such thing? I mean, it was a for me it was something to be not only to be surprised about, but also to be in awe, a big awe. I mean, and I'm making him my hero inside. So slowly, what happened? You are you want to reach to the person's work whom you worship inside yourself. So that I think that has another point to look after regarding my changing the stream from science to
Botany to
science
art.
to art. Yeah, fine arts. Yes.
That is really an interesting story. I mean, I definitely think there is a more depth to that story, but
Uh,
yeah, I think it is
uh,
really good. So just let's say when you see a white canvas, what is the process? What is the entire journey that you think of from initial step to the final step? How from a blank canvas you try to paint the entire picture? So just wanted to know more about the process that you go through for starting a new painting from this inspiration till the ending part.
okay. So it is actually what happened with me is a bit peculiar. I don't do any layout, nor do I draw on the canvas. I just start, and so to be very precise, you might find it very peculiar, really peculiar, that I don't know what I'm doing. So completely blank within me. I don't know what I'm going to do. The blank canvas is in front of me, and I am in front of the blank canvas. And we start, you know. But one point we just start. I just start. We just start.
Okay.
Me and the canvas and the color. So all together we start, and it's a kind of what should I say? It's a kind of dialogue uh, that starts like this, and slowly it takes me to the goal that where I'm reaching to, where I'm finally outreach. But never ever have I thought beforehand that what I'm going to do. So my works are completely unpremeditated. I paint without any I mean
Initial thought
initial
process.
thought or any premeditated
Premeditated.
ideas. So it is like it's like a very spontaneous journey that I cherish while I paint.
Here as well, I mean, for all the artists that have come here, we have heard that you have created kind of new process for them as well
Yeah.
for starting the first canvas and the first painting. So just tell us about that process as well.
Okay. After coming here, I gave them a serious task because I felt that actually, you know what, they are coming from art colleges, so they have their own burden
Yes,
of knowledge,
yes,
quote unquote, and that is a big thing which is actually creates a role of block
yeah,
to create something new.
yes, yes,
So I am always against to that. I mean that baggage. So many painters of the modern period, they used to say one thing which is very interesting thing, that is that one has to unlearn whatever he learns. If he doesn't unlearn whatever he learned by this time, he couldn't create something of his own, because he would have then what happened. He will create what his or her teacher taught him. He could be a good torch bearer,
yes, yes.
but he won't be able to make his own torch,
His own light.
his own light. So I am always in the search of the students, in the search of the painters, in the search of those artists who are actually interested to create his own torch, his own light. So, so here I have gave them a very interesting task where um, by which they might face a huge trouble while creating the work. So they need to get into a brainstorming session in order to create something. They cannot just do whatever they are doing till date. So it was not only a challenge for them, it was a learning process for them also, because they are students. I mean, just finished, or they are even studying. So I can assure you one thing very precisely, that from this workshop they have learned a huge lesson which will help them in their future endeavor. That I'm sure, and that they were also telling me the same thing, because they're really encouraged here and really liked the whole process. Initially, they were very much hesitant while working, but slowly they were engaged into this process, and finally, when they have come up with a good work, then they they, they themselves find it very not only interesting journey, but also a very successful process of working.
Yes, it was very interesting. It was just a challenging. So for all the viewers, there were kind of 9 photos that each of the participant had, and
No, not really. I'm telling you, much more
okay,
categorically. I have
Okay.
asked them to take photographs
okay,
with their mobile
okay.
after coming here
Come here.
in Shillong. Yeah. So they have started to take photographs, and I asked them to give me 2 photos of whatever they have taken. One is black and white, one is color.
Okay, okay,
The best of two.
okay.
And ask them to print it from your faculty or from
Yes,
your
yes, yes.
institution, whatever. So they have printed it, each and everyone, and I have then asked them to cut it into 9 pieces, each and every one.
Okay, okay.
Same
Yes, sir, same photo.
same 9. None of all
the
the
photos.
all the photographs. So
Okay, okay.
each and every one has 2 photos of their own.
Okay, okay.
One black and white, one color.
Yes, yes.
Now I asked them to cut it down into 9 pieces, same size,
Okay,
like
okay, okay.
like
It
the
is kind of a grid.
grid kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yes. Now, after we get this fragments of their images, I put them all into a sack
Okay.
and shuffled it and asked them to take 9 pieces from there. That thing.
Okay. Everything is jumbled.
Everything is jumbled out.
Yeah.
So when they are taking 9 pieces from the
Sad. Yeah.
sack, he's taking yours, mine, there, that. It doesn't really matter. I mean, what is they taking? And when they got it done, they find how to do with this.
Yes.
What
yes.
is this? How could
How
I
to
manage
make something
this,
out of-
something out of this?
Yeah.
This is a complete random
Yes.
randomization of the thing, images and all, and it's a complete chaos for them.
Yes, it is a chaos.
And I somehow found the whole structure very, very significant for doing it here in IIS. Why? Because they have to manage this. So it's a managerial activity that they're doing. From the randomness, they have to make something new which is of his own.
Yes.
So it's like a manager when he is facing problems in his company or whatever, whenever, even in his life, we have to manage in our lives too. So all of us are managers in our lives.
yes.
Yeah. But managers, so to speak, the manager like you people who are actually coming out of IIM kind of thing. So you are going to manage different companies. Then it might happen that some trouble will arise. It might not. It has to. There has to be these things, kind of things.
The chaos is everywhere,
Ah.
even in the companies, even everywhere outside.
Yeah. So how to manage that? So it's a complete challenge. It's a complete discourse of looking at their journey philosophically. Not only philosophically, but also how they are doing it. I mean, the perseverance, the constant looking at the thing and thinking of some, making something out of it. And these are so important for the pupil who are here to learn management.
Yes, definitely. It is a very challenging task for all the participants out here, and everybody is working day and night to complete their canvases that we are seeing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just tell us what keeps you, let's say, motivated, because a lot of artists have kind of experienced this art block, or let's say a burnt out phase, where after some time they kind of seclude themselves and try to find inspiration from different things, either movies, arts, or watching other people's work. So how do you stay motivated and inspired to continue your artwork as well as paintings?
Look, the main motivation for me is basically, to be very precise, for me, uh, I am really motivated by my students. That is reality.
That is very
I'm really motivated by them. Because when I see my students are working, I feel like work. I do feel like work, and I do that. I paint in the class,
okay.
and this is the method of my teaching.
Okay.
I ask them to watch what I'm doing, because that is the best method. If I teach them on their canvas, that would be a bit fake, because I cannot be him. I am only me when I'm doing my work. So when they're saying their teacher to fail,
How
to recoup from the failure, they will come to know that failure is natural, inevitable. And not only that, failure could make you much more mature. So these are the things that I teach through this, and by teaching the thing, I am painting also, doing my work also. So that is one way of that motivates me. That is number one. That's a main basic thing that I get motivation from my students, basically, that I feel. And another is nature. I love nature, and I feel there is many things that I can take from nature. Many things. It's a gold mine. It's a gold mine.
even I mean that is a
Even
very
other
interesting.
painters too, like different painters of different genre, like different, even age-old artists. They motivate. They inspire me. That also is true.
So just tell us about let's say a project which was very challenging for you, and you have found some obstacles in that particular project, and just tell us how did you like overcome it from that particular challenge, if you have faced any challenge in any of the project that you have done up till now, either a painting or any kind of canvas that you have worked upon.
Okay, let me tell you a real story. I mean, that would be better to tell you the whole story. I mean, you can understand how I managed to do that. I have done a painting, and I took 5 years to do, not 5 years, 6 years to do that.
6 years. That's a really long time.
Yes. I was working with it, and I was failing. Every time I was working, I was failing. So, like 7 days, I painted on canvas, and I look at the canvas, nothing came out, and I felt so bad. I give, and I don't mind about giving time, because the time I don't give time, I enjoy my time. So I don't give it. I rather take it from the process. Yes. So I don't say, when I was saying I'm giving time, they say, no, I am not giving my time. I'm enjoying my time. So, but anyways, I have tried for 7 days with that canvas. This is a 6 feet by 6 feet canvas, almost 6 feet by 6 feet. Then I felt, no, it's not coming out, so I put it inside in the studio. Then after a month or so, I felt, no, let me check. So take the canvas out again, and again I started to paint over there for 7 days or 8 days or 10 days or 2 weeks.
At a stretch.
Not just at a stretch, but I mean, giving time with
Yeah,
the work.
giving time.
Ah.
Okay.
I'm not giving time, enjoying my time with this, with the work. I'm going to college, that is okay. But whenever I'm coming back to my home, going in my studio, I'm not painting other things. I'm painting on that.
That particular work,
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
particular
yeah,
canvas.
yeah, yeah. Then what happened? It is not coming. And this way it took me 6 years to finish it. Not that 6 years I've been painting that only.
Yes, yes, yes.
I am painting other works also, doing other works.
So in your mind, that is not complete. So,
So at times I took it out, and at times I get into it. I don't just look at it for 2 days, 3 days, just looking at it, doing nothing, just sitting and looking at it. Many times like this, I do with it. Finally, somehow one exhibition came where they are talking about World War, First World War uh, in what should I say, in remembrance of First World War. They are doing this solo show. They are doing this group show commemorating the First World War. So then I felt like, let me do for this show. Let me do this one, and I have started again, and at that time only in 2014 I finished it. Long back I have started it in a workshop, and that has been documented. So, and this exhibition where I was signing in 2014, that was also been documented. So it's not that I'm saying it. The documentation is there.
Okay. Yeah.
Because in the painting there are long uh, rope pasted. So I started with that only. Then I have pasted some paper on the canvas so that the ropes become sandwiched. And then I started to paint. Then I put something there. It is going on. I don't know. And what did I do on that? So it's a long process. But finally, when I finished it, it is this thick. The canvas. The pigment layer. So we call it impasto. And I'm really happy with the work. I always felt that this is a very good work. But you can't see it if you come closer to this. You have to take at least 30 feet from the canvas so that you can see the whole picture. So anyway, but the whole journey was like that. So what was the topic you were asking?
I mean, again, it was a challenging project, and how
yeah.
do we
Yeah.
work it? Yes, definitely, it is very challenging. So, I mean, you must have already gone through a lot of art shows. So, how, let's say, somebody gives you feedback, or let's just say any criticism about the painting. So, how do you take it? How do you incorporate it into your kind of artwork? Have you faced any such feedbacks, criticisms till now?
The biggest critic of my works is my wife. She is the biggest critic. So many times she told me that it's not going good, it's not done. You are doing the same thing over and over again. So she has the guts to say such thing, but nobody has that type of. Either I might feel bad. Number one, they may think like this, or if it is in case of my student, they might think that I will be angry with them or whatever. But she doesn't have this thing, so she can talk about this, and she is an art critic person. She writes on art. She has books on art. Teaches English. So she tells me all the time. That is one. Next is my child. From very beginning, I mean, after 5 years time, after when he was 5 years, he started to say, "Hey, look, what is going on? What are you doing? What is this? What is that? This is not good." So he is another critic of mine. This is the biggest critic that I have to face every day almost. And the others are basically, yes, there are few gallery owners who told me that you should do this, you should do that. And there is one uh, very negative feeling about this thing in the market or in the scenario of in the art fraternity, that when a gallery owner tells you something, the artists think that he is our enemy, but through him we are selling.
Yes, 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 yes.
But we think as if that he is our enemy, and why do I follow what Gallery Wonders is suggesting me? In one way, it is right, but there is another way also. He might be very correct. He might be perfect. You cannot just obliterate anything what he says. You can, you must listen to him, and if you think that he is talking rubbish, then don't take. But if you think that there is some points which he is touching that has some currency, why shouldn't you take it? You must take it, and you must think deep about it. But he is not a person who is just selling his work, selling your work. He is a person who is in the fraternity and who knows not less. I mean, at times not less than you. So far, not as so far as market is concerned. There in there he knows better than you. But even so far as the art is concerned, he might know many things which you do not know, which you don't see actually, because it's your work, na? So you can't see your faults or your shortcomings.
Yes, yes, definitely.
So when it might happen that he's pointing out the right thing which you are not actually noticing about your work, and it has happened with me also. So I know. So I know.
Yes. It's generally it is very difficult to take constructive criticism out of anyone. I mean, be it art, be it any work, be it anything. Even from your boss, even from your colleagues, even from your friends as well. Sometimes it is very difficult to take constructive criticism. But I mean, that is how you grow, I believe. So I think that is
No,
very
this is
important.
very important. Very, very important to take criticism. Very, very important to. But again, you can listen to anyone. A small boy to a aged person. You can listen to anybody. That is okay. But if you find that they are talking rubbish, then don't take it.
Yes, yes,
But if you find that they have some points, then why don't you take it? My point is very simple.
yes, yes, definitely. So let's just say, what are your like current goals, like long-term goals, short-term goals with respect to being an artist? So just can you elaborate on that? If let's say, what do you want to do in, let's say, 10 years time with regards to your artwork or painting? Let's just say, what are your 5-year kind of plans, if any, and currently right now as
Okay.
well?
Now, you know what? I am a very much spontaneous person. I don't have anything. Likewise my work. I don't have as such any programs settled, fixed into my mind, so that I can tell you that after this will be coming. This is in the
Timeline.
timeline. No,
Yeah.
no, I
Okay,
don't
okay,
have
okay,
anything.
okay.
I'm a completely
Spontaneous.
spontaneous, organic type of person who believes in uh, you know
Living in the moment, kind of.
living in the moment type. Yes, yes.
That is kind of very
That is it. Because I always feel that that is the thing. I mean, uh, living in the moment. Yes, in that way. But other way, from other side, uh, I am living in the moment while I'm working. But I'm not really living in the moment because I miss many things while I'm working. So it is so far as work is concerned. My work is concerned. I'm living in the moment. But if you think in a bigger way, I'm not there anywhere. I'm only concerned with my work, how it is going on, how it's a very selfish
yes,
journey.
yes. Again, I mean, this topic, coming on to the next question, again, it coincides with your last comment. How do you like prioritize or work with your art as well as, let's say, your other responsibilities as well? So how do you manage
Uh,
that work as well as
it's
art?
the most difficult question that you have asked. Either I have to tell lie, or, or I have to
Navigate that
dodge
question.
the question out. No, I don't know. I mean, my wife always tells me that I'm nobody in my family, and I'm actually what should I say, unsuccessful, uh, failure, uh, everything, husband, father, everything.
Everybody, I mean, I think, I mean, to manage time, it is such a committed
I'm a very good
artwork.
teacher. That my students say. But my wife says that I'm very good, very bad husband, very bad, bad family member. Why,
But
you know, why? Because of the fact that I can't concentrate on my family, which should be done. And it's a failure of my side, I agree. It's not that she's just blaming me for the sake of blaming. She's right.
it is, yes. I mean, with the kind of commitment that you need to do it for the artwork, sometimes it is difficult to manage. Definitely, even I think for other professions as well, the amount of work that you get and you have to manage other responsibilities as
Huh.
well. It is very difficult to have work-life balance as well. So I mean, a lot of people can
So I
understand.
need to, I need to study time management in order to do all this thing together. It's very
So
difficult
yeah.
for me to arrange, to
So
do everything,
yeah.
the family life. Yes.
Coming on to the next question, any, let's just say, specific techniques or skills that you are currently working on, or let's say you would like to practice in future, and how also you approach towards marketing your paintings as well. So just give us your thoughts on
Okay. Now it is right now. I'm not disclosing one part of that,
that. Okay.
uh,
No, sure.
but yes, I'm thinking of, as I told you, I'm thinking of creating some um, oil painting.
All painting, yes.
This will be my new venture. And so far as sale and marketing is concerned, right now I have a bit problem to disclose about
Yes,
that
yes, no,
part.
issue, no
Yes,
worries.
yeah.
So yeah, also like let's just have few words for all the aspiring artists out there. What would you like to say to them? How should they progress towards their journey, and how should they go about in the out market? Out.
Okay, the best process which I always felt as an artist and as an art teacher that you should be you should be very much spontaneous. Number one, so far as your work is concerned, then only your unconscious will be in the driving seat. If you drive your work consciously all the time, then a big part of yours will be neglected, which is the which could be the original part of yours, because the conscious self is a self of multiple structure coming from your legacy or your teachers teaching and many things together. But what is, I mean, all the processes finally boils down inside, settles down inside, processes settle down inside, and make your unconscious, which could be a huge help for your work to do. And I that's why I prefer to be intuitive, and I believe in what Benedetto Croce, a philosopher, wrote that intuition is art. So the power of intuition, the power of being intuitive while working is a huge thing to discover. Many of us don't really discover that part, but that's a huge part. I mean, we don't know about that. When that gets into your canvas, that changes everything there. Your conscious self should not be should not be pronounced, should not be pampered all the time on your canvas. Rather, you should allow your canvas to give path to your intuition, intuitive journey. Take it, make it an organic journey altogether. That is my way of looking at painting and my way of looking at the process of making art. That is one. So far as work is concerned, and the marketing part is concerned, I have a very interesting thing here. I understand that in order to be, in order to be, in order to live your life, you have to earn. In order to be an artist, you cannot get away with your life. You have to, you have to be a living being. Huh?
Yes, yes.
So you need to have your food. You need to have
Have the
shelter.
financial.
So you need to have money. From where the money will come? This is a $1 million question that I have been facing for a long, long time. And I thought that art is always been in the scenario, accepting the fact that the cave painters painted on the wall for different purposes, not for anything of decorating that thing, but for a different purpose altogether. But here, I mean, say for example, the Sistine Chapel, say for example, the other painting, it all are sponsored by the king and all. Even after that, the government will sponsor it. The government has sponsored many artists at one point of time. And after some time, there are big collectors, connoisseurs who have shown interest into art and collected many of the artworks. So the artists can survive. Not only can survive for them, they will feel that they have some worth.
Yes.
That's very important. So my point is, who are doing your work? I mean, who are getting into this
Fantastic.
painting thing. I mean, painting. What should I say? Being an who
Yeah,
wants
being
to
an artist.
be an artist. Either they should have a job, which is not very distracting, very much
Time consuming,
very much
yes.
time consuming, but
Some amount of work to
it
sustain
could be,
financially.
that is important. And it is, when I was reading Herbert Reed's book, I found that he was telling the same thing.
Okay.
Philosophy of modern painting, philosophy of modern art, something like that. In that book, in the preface, he told that uh, that he felt that every artist should have had a
Kind
job,
of job. Yes.
so that he cannot be directed by the market.
Yes.
He won't be directed by the market. He can do his own work. Otherwise, he has to be bogged down with the pressure
the
of the
market,
market,
yes.
so that he has to supply what market is demanding from him.
Yes.
He cannot create his own market.
Yes.
So market and art is a very obscene thing to coming together, but it has a marriage. It has a marriage. So you cannot but leave it also. So yes, that part is a very tricky part. But in case of, if you take my case, I have uh, took the job of teaching, and that helped me a lot to. I mean,
I think all the artists go through this process as well. So I think all the upcoming artists will definitely face this and try to go through this process and grow further. I think thank you very much for your time, sir. I think it has been a lovely conversation with you, and I think all the artists and all the people out there will be inspired to listen to your story and will be motivated to do their work as well.
thank you
very
so
much.
much. Thank you so much. I'm really honored to be here, and thank you very much for asking me such questions, and let me uh, tell you whatever I feel like. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.